Fury's stance on it will be rah, angry.
I mean, she is Fury, so you know.
Okay, I'm entering the fun part of the Iron Keep now.
Oh right, and another thing, the Child Council want humanity to die.
Rude.
Which is like, you do know you're supposed to be the neutral faction, right?
Yeah, at this point, I feel like the neutral option is letting humanity die. Like,
I don't...
the amount of fiction that's shown up about humanity ruining everything. I feel like humanity dies is the neutral option now. If there's one thing I've always been slightly confused about with Dark Souls 2, is it's got the occasional really nice view, and you know, really cool like area design.
Yeah.
And then there are locations that are just hallway with texture, and you're just sort of there like, what? Where'd you guys go wrong?
They were just like, eh.
Like I'm not saying that's a uniquely Dark Souls 2 problem, but I notice it more in Dark Souls 2, because like you'll go from that walk into the big poison mill, Earthen Keep or Earthen Tower or whatever the hell it's called. And while it's arguably not beautiful, it's a nice view. It's a very detailed view. And then you're in a few corridors for a bit. So,
it's probably just noticeable because of like the way the games are designed, like the art and all that.
Yeah, I just don't think the interior design of Dark Souls 2 is as good as its exterior design. I think its exterior design is pretty cool.
So, obviously with Darksiders 3 coming out, does that mean we can eventually play as Strife in the next Darksiders game?
Yeah, and he's just the entire quest is him looking for the guns that everyone else has taken from him.
Yeah.
Strife's turn. And like imagine if the gun is the weakest in his hands. That would be amusing.
I'm pretty sure in like some of the novels where Strife has shown up early, he's like the biggest asshole out of the 4 Horsemen.
Strife is the rebellious teenager of the 4 Horsemen. And he's got a gun.
It's like, if you have to talk about it, Death is basically the team dad.
Yeah, Death's not as edgy as he could have been. I like the Darksiders franchise for that.
Yeah, like, he's not really too edgy at all. He's just like, I just care about the other Horsemen. I don't know why you guys are all getting up in arms about it.
Well, my favourite interpretation I've seen about the Darksiders cast is that, like, the myths we know about them and stuff like that, you know, like Death would be an edgy bugger with a scythe and all that sort of stuff, is like the sort of folk tales people tell about them. And then the actual character is different. I just saw a phantom just jump off the staircase towards the Old Iron King boss room and run straight into the lava.
He saw you coming and was like, nope.
The Ruckus has grown in stature and power to such a great level that spirits in other universes feel him coming.
Fear the Ruckus.
Fear the Ruckus.
So,
in an age of empire.
So, the Horsemen, they were what, Nephilim?
Yeah, but I don't believe Nephilim in the Darksiders universe is the same as our Nephilim.
Yeah,
I believe
Nephilim,
I believe our Nephilim are like the union of angel and human.
Because most
their Nephilim is whatever the fuck
as...
their Nephilim is.
Because Nephilim in most things now I think are portrayed as half angel, half demon.
I think that's more because of Devil May Cry, you know, the reboot.
I don't know
Wow,
if
we keep getting back on Devil May Cry recently.
Yeah.
No, Lion King's fire attack.
Yay. No, because I say that because I've also heard Nephilim described as half angels and half demons in the Diablo franchise as well. I'm gonna look it up actually.
The Diablo franchise is as dead as death is. Right now.
Right now, yeah. People want a fourth game.
Did you watch that?
Giving us one?
Did you watch that video though, of the release trailer for Infinite, or whatever it's called?
I mean, everyone hates it, so yeah.
Do you guys not have phones? Honestly, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. It wasn't his fault, but
Yeah.
it was really awkwardly handled.
People just want an actual next sequel. They feel
bunch-
like you're
like-
just trying to
Of course you got a frosty reaction. A bunch of people paid to go to a PC gaming thing to talk about PC games, and then you came out and talked about mobile games for a bit.
It's like mobile games, while popular, aren't as popular as you might think.
I mean, I've got nothing against them. I just don't think they have the hardware to support, you know, the big games.
Yeah. And I think another problem is that a lot of people feel like the mobile game is the rehash of stuff from Diablo 3.
That's probably a problem, as I never actually played beyond like the demo areas of Diablo. I don't have an opinion on this. But yeah.
I played all throughout Diablo 3 and the DLC it had, so yeah, it basically looks almost the same, just like obviously worse.
Such is the nature of a PC remake. We can't even call it a remaster.
I mean, they say it takes place between 2 and 3, but it's like, then why are you basically just rehashing stuff?
It's Diablo demastered, Kasey.
Yeah.
Speaking of Devil May Cry, because we were talking about it earlier, have you have you seen some of the completely absurd weaponry that exists in this game, in the new one, DMC5?
I mean, you get to fight using a bike that like turns into a sword or something.
Yes, yeah. He like splits the bike up.
I know.
And just punches dudes with it. As you know, that's a very Dante thing to do. There's also there's a hat weapon.
Wow.
You spin it out and it does cool finishes, and you can get like health back from it if you finish off an enemy with the hat.
I'm just gonna fight using nothing but the hat.
Yeah, of course. They brought back a lot of the fan favourite stuff as well, so Cerberus is back.
Yeah.
You know, your usual cool weapons, and not only are there multiple weapons, it seems like weapons have different stances now. So like the combo potential is significant. From stance to stance, weapon to weapon to stance to weapon to stance. It looks like it'll be good. I beat the old Iron King.
Yay!
I mean, I don't know when the release date is. All I know is that I'm getting Kingdom Hearts 3 when it comes out, and that's all I need to know.
Yeah, like I said, my plan is to just get like the box set that has all of them.
Yeah, that's a fairly strong idea.
I mean, it costs more,
Light
but it'll give me all of them in one.
Are they marketing a Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3 box set?
Oh yeah, they've already said that when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, they're going to release a thing you can buy that has all the 3 games in it.
Oh, that's fair enough. I'm just going to buy just Kingdom Hearts 3. I've already got 1.5 and 2.5 on my shelf. I've beaten them God knows how many times. I might as well try again. As a kid, right? And you won't really get what I'm talking about because you never played it. But there's a bit in the Agrabah level that my dumb kid brain could never get past. But obviously I didn't want to stop playing because I really enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
So I just played like one of the really early levels for like hours and hours and hours. And by the time I figured out there were other worlds I could go to at the time that weren't the one world I was stuck on, I was like, it was like Sora was the Undertaker. He just showed up, he was incredibly hench, he drop kicked like the boss into oblivion.
You just got too overpowered.
Like, you know those moments that you remember from childhood where like you were objectively worse at video games, but somehow you remember crushing it.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That was my experience with Kingdom Hearts. I remember refusing to go past the tutorial level because I thought I could beat the Heartless with a wooden sword. Like, honestly, my kiddie brain was just desperate to annihilate enemies. It was great.